Once upon a time, there was mention of a couple who had a son named Ali. The child had defied expectations for his parents because when he was born, he was no bigger than a thumb. In the beginning, both the mother and father were very worried, but then they thought, this is God's gift to us, and one day our son will become a big, strong boy. However, years passed, and Ali did not grow at all. He remained as small as a thumb. Every evening for dinner, Ali's mother would set a place on the table for her son. She would place a small plate in front of him and fill it with soup using a teaspoon. Ali also had a tiny cup that his mother would fill with water, one drop at a time. When there were guests at home, everything seemed fine. But Ali's parents were ashamed because of their son. They were afraid that if someone saw him, they would tease the young boy. So they always kept him hidden inside the house. Many years passed, and finally Ali celebrated his 20th birthday. He was still as small as a thumb, but his voice was deep and loud. In fact, whenever someone heard his son speaking, they thought it was the voice of a grown man. Ali was a very lonely young man because he had no friends, and he had to spend all his time hiding inside his parents' house. One day, Ali's parents were getting ready to go to the market in the next town. The old man planned to spend the night in a hotel because it was not feasible to travel back before dark. Ali pleaded with his father to take him on the journey, but his father was very concerned with this idea. He said, "We have never taken you outside, and I doubt I can do it now. How can I protect you, and how can I hide you from other people?" "It will be easy," Ali replied in his deep, loud voice. "You can put me in your pocket, and no one will know that I am there. You can make a small hole in your clothes so that I can breathe and see what is happening. I can enjoy the sights from the safety of your pocket." Ali's father realized how enthusiastic Ali was about leaving the house, and because of that, he couldn't say no to his only son. The old man made a small hole in his shirt pocket, and Ali climbed inside with his father's help. Ali's mother packed their bags for the journey, gave them a kiss, and expressed good wishes for their trip. Then Ali and his father set off towards the market in the neighboring town. After a day of traveling, Ali and his father reached the hotel by the roadside. His father said, "We will get a room here for the night, and tomorrow morning, before returning home, we will visit the market." "I can't believe I have to stay in a hotel," Ali exclaimed. The young man was very excited because he had seen a lot during his journey, and he had not slept anywhere other than his home. Ali's father reassured him, "Don't worry, we will get a room, and everything will be fine." As the old man opened his luggage and prepared for dinner, and Ali remained hidden in his pocket, they suddenly heard unexpected noise. A group of ruthless men entered the hotel for dinner, armed with guns. The merciless men, who were 3 in number, raised their guns and ordered that every man and woman surrender their money and any valuable belongings they had. All the guests were terrified, including Ali's father, but he did as instructed and placed his bag and jewelry on the table for the robbers. Suddenly, a very loud and deep voice echoed from somewhere. "Lower your guns!" the voice commanded. "I am coming there, and I am taking you to the police." No one knew where the voice was coming from. The robbers searched around the dining room, but they couldn't find anyone. Then the voice came again, even louder this time. "I will avenge your crimes. I will make sure you spend many years in jail." Since the robbers couldn't reveal where the voice was coming from, they convinced themselves that it was a ghost. And if there was something that scared the thieves more than the police, it was ghosts. Suddenly, the robbers dropped their guns and fled from the hotel, disappearing into the darkness. Even though the guests were relieved that the robbers had run away, they also wanted to hide in their rooms because of fear of ghosts. "Don't worry," Ali's father said. "It's not a ghost talking, it's my son." And with that, the old man reached into his pocket to lift Ali onto the table so that all the amazed guests could say hello. The guests were very surprised and curious to meet a boy who was no bigger than a thumb, but most importantly, they were all grateful to Ali for saving them from the robbers and for scaring away the thieves. From that day on, Ali's mother felt a great sense of pride when she heard her son's bravery story. She promised never to hide him or make him feel ashamed again. After that day, Ali always traveled on his parents' shoulders wherever they went, and he saw and did many things.